start with Sweden, and the news recently is that they have, for the first time in 50 years, Sweden now have net emigration. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw a headline, yeah.
So Sweden, who we know have had terrible problems with immigrants, and particularly with gang violence.
I mean, the gang violence there is mental.
It's out of control.
We're talking about machine guns, bombs, grenades, not handguns shooting each other with drive-bys. We're talking horrendous gang crime there.
It's serious, and I think the stats are something like the most gun violence, the highest level of gun violence in any capital in the world, more so than some of the American states and things like that in some places.
I read something that it's the most bomb explosions in Europe.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's just horrific.
Yeah.
Although saying that, my daughter did go there the other week for a week, and she said Stockholm was lovely.
Sure it is. Yeah,
So they've now started to react and have net emigration for the first time in 50 years. So they've listened to the people, they're reacting and they're doing things. Their asylum applications are historically low. They've got new rules for Swedish citizenship, including a pledge of loyalty.
Yeah.
So you can't just become, like in the UK, you become a UK citizen. You don't necessarily have to speak English as far as I can see here. There you've now got to do like they do in the States. You've got to learn about your country, and then you've got to swear a pledge of allegiance to your country. And in addition, the Prime Minister has now called in the army there to deal with gang violence. So we're seeing a country there that is reacting. If we go to Germany, Chancellor Scholz, I think he's called, the guy who took over from Merkel, he's now removing benefits to refugees. So what his expression now is, all refugees will get, so these are the equivalent of our illegal immigrants here, they're going to get bed, bread and soap. I thought it said soup first time, but it's bed, bread and soup. They're not even getting soup, they're only getting bread. Yeah. So he's reacting as well to and in addition to that, I can't remember the area now, maybe you do, they've just had German elections, local elections, and the anti-immigration AfD has won convincingly, I think, in two major. I
think they won one area and came second in another area. Yeah.
And of course, the mainstream media is up in arms about this. They're saying the Nazis are back and all that jazz. But we're certainly seeing there, and I think there's other things happening in other European cities as well, a dramatic shift in approach to their issues that they've got there. Are they heading in the right direction, or is this a flash in the pan? We've got Maloney in Italy as well, so
we don't know, because the governing body in Sweden and Germany are the same politicians who allowed all this to happen in the first place. Why have they suddenly got a change of heart? And it's because the people are unhappy. It depends how long the people remain unhappy, and that we don't know. Germany is now announced it's it's now initiating all its borders, which means anybody entering or leaving Germany will have to show a passport. So it's called a Schengen area. Yeah. So they're cancelling that for 6 months to get a grip on stuff.
I didn't know about that. That's interesting. When was that announced?
2 days ago.
So free travel has ceased in Germany then, basically?
I think we've got another week to go before it kicks in.
Wow, that is big news.
It is for the EU. So they've announced it unilaterally.
Wow.
EU's not happy.
Yeah.
EU are fining Hungary for something similar, but will they fine Germany? Germany and France can basically do what they want in Europe because
it's so big.
They are Europe.
Yeah.
So now Germany has said, we don't like Schengen. We're going to review it after 6 months. We'll see what happens then. If they review it again and carry on, that's the end of Schengen. Where do all those migrants go? Well, they go to neighbouring countries, don't they? Who then will implement end of Schengen. So why are we taking all the crap who want to go to Germany? They're all now in Holland and Belgium. They'll go close our borders.
Yeah.
So if this plays out the way I hope it does, it could be the end of Schengen, which is the first step of ending the EU, but it's also going to be ending easy mass migration into Europe. It won't stop it. It just ends the easy part of it, in which case you can travel anywhere.
Yeah.
It'll stop that travelling.
Did I ever tell you that story about when I was in Portugal and I had a business trip? I had a business meeting in Germany. So I'd flown over to Portugal, to Faro. I'd had to go through the normal queues and everything to get out, whatever, passports, all that jazz. Then I came back to the airport. So I was on holiday. So it was a meeting whilst I was on holiday. So then I came back to the airport, got on my flight to Germany, Dusseldorf I think it was. Didn't have to show my passport. Landed in Germany, got out, whatever. Then when I flew back to Faro, I thought, I got my passport ready. I thought, here I go, I've got to do it. I'm not joking. They opened the door to the plane. We walked out. There was one door, and then I was out on the street. And I was like, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
Anybody in Germany at that point could get on a plane in Germany, fly to Portugal. Nobody checked them when they
Just
came.
like England to Scotland.
Yeah, it was. It was like England to Scotland.
That's a Schengen area.
It was unbelievable. I was actually quite shocked, and I was almost standing there with a passport like this, wait, because in Britain we're brainwashed into understanding anywhere we go, we've got to show our passport. And that to me was like, I thought, flipping out, anybody could have been on that plane from Germany. Anybody in Germany could have got on that plane and landed in Portugal. Any German criminal could have got on that plane and landed in Portugal. I was quite shocked. So carry on, you were saying about the point.
So we will see what happens in Europe. And is this the end of easy mass migration? It depends if the people carry on voting for parties like the ADF. Because it's that pressure, that political pressure that's changed them. Because we keep forgetting sometimes that we think these politicians are die-hard globalists or die-hard mass migration supporters.
I think Starmer is.
Some of them will be. But
don't forget, he was a human rights lawyer, this guy.
Yeah.
Defending all sorts of,
some of them will be.
Yeah.
But the vast majority of politicians don't care about any of it. They just want to be elected again. And if the public can convince them that you will not get elected with that policy, then 90% of politicians will do a U-turn overnight. And that's what politicians in Germany and Sweden are doing now. Because they're the same politicians who supported this for decades and now go, oh, we need to clamp down. Well, of course you do, because all you care about is getting back into power.
And how does this play out in the UK? Because we're being told by Starmer we're right-wing racist bastards, far-right bastards or whatever.
And we need to rejoin the EU.
And we need to rejoin the EU. You're racist if you don't support immigration. And we've got all our little people out with the placards saying, what do they always say?
Refugees welcome.
Refugees welcome. So we've got all this playing out in the UK. But the people in the UK, even the refugees welcome people, are looking across the channel and they're seeing this happening now, aren't they? And the mainstream media cannot suppress this happening, can they? Because it's happening. They're trying to suppress it. They're trying to say the AFD, right wing, blah, blah. But the people in the UK are not stupid. They can see what's happening. How's that going to play out then? Because as Starmer gets more and more hardline the other way, and he's in power for 5 years, don't forget.
He won't last 5 years. Honestly, he won't last 5 years. The wheels will come off his government over the next 2-3 years.
Right. It's the 10th of September 2024, viewers.
No.
Nick Buckley, MBE, just said Starmer won't last 5 years.
Did you enjoy that video? I think you did. Come on now, hit that bell, subscribe, comment. Let's build this channel. I need more followers, I need more subscribers. Be part of the journey. See you soon.